Imagine eating your favorite foods, only to discover they're secretly accelerating your aging process. It's a shocking revelation, isn't it? But it's a fact we can't ignore. As we pass the milestone of 50, our bodies change, and so too should our diet. The foods we once enjoyed without consequence may now be our silent enemies, contributing to a myriad of health issues that could potentially shorten our lifespan. Now, we're not trying to scare you. The goal here is to educate and empower you to make better dietary decisions. It's all about understanding the impact of certain foods on our health, especially as we age. In this video, we uncover the truth about foods you need to avoid after age 50. Let's get started. First on our list, processed meats. These include favorites like bacon, hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats. But why can they be harmful? Well, processed meats often contain high levels of salt, fat, and preservatives. This trio can lead to a plethora of health problems, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and certain types of cancer. Let's hear from a trusted nutritionist. They mention processed meats are often laced with sodium nitrate, a preservative that enhances color and flavor but has been linked to stomach cancer. It's a grim reality, but one we need to face. Moreover, processed meats are typically low in nutrients and high in calories. This combination can lead to weight gain and nutrient deficiencies, especially as our metabolism slows down with age. So next time you reach for that hot dog, think twice. Your body will thank you for making a healthier choice. Let's move on to another common culprit: white bread and pasta. While these foods may be staples in many diets, they are often made from refined grains, which means they lack the fiber and nutrients found in whole grains. These foods can quickly raise blood sugar levels, leading to an energy crash and increased hunger. Over time, this can contribute to weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. We caught up with Dr. Jameson, a renowned nutritionist who emphasizes white bread and pasta are high on the glycemic index, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar. This can be particularly harmful as we age, when our bodies become less efficient at managing blood sugar levels. So are all carbs bad? Not necessarily. Carbohydrates are essential for our bodies to function properly. However, it's not just about the quantity, but the quality of the carbs we consume. Opt for whole grains instead of refined ones. They'll provide you with sustained energy and essential nutrients without the harmful effects. So are all carbs bad? Not necessarily, but it's the type of carbs that matter. Now, what about dairy products? They're healthy, right? Well, it's not quite that simple. While dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt provide essential nutrients such as calcium and vitamin D, they can also pose potential issues for those over 50. You see, our ability to digest lactose, the sugar found in milk, decreases as we age. This can lead to uncomfortable digestive problems. Moreover, many dairy products are high in saturated fats, contributing to heart disease, a leading health concern for those over 50. And let's not forget about the perspective of our expert nutritionist, who reminds us that dairy is not the only source of calcium and vitamin D. We can also get these nutrients from other food sources like leafy greens, fish, and fortified foods. Remember, moderation is key when it comes to dairy. It's not about completely eliminating these foods, but rather about making mindful choices and finding the balance that works best for your body. Refined grains, red meat, and low-fat foods. Sounds like a regular grocery list, doesn't it? Well, it's time to dive into why these seemingly innocent foods may not be so friendly to your body, especially as you age. Let's start with refined grains. When grains are refined, they lose most of their fiber and nutrients. They essentially become empty calories that can spike your blood sugar and increase your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Nutritionists often recommend whole grains for their high fiber content and slower digestion rate, which helps to maintain a steady blood sugar level. Now let's talk about red meat. While it's a good source of protein and iron, it's also high in saturated fats. These fats can increase your levels of low-density lipoprotein or the bad cholesterol, which can lead to heart disease. Additionally, studies have shown a link between red meat consumption and certain types of cancer. The key here, as with many things in life, is moderation. Lastly, we have low-fat foods. Sounds healthy, right? But here's the catch. When manufacturers remove fat from foods, they often replace it with sugars or other unhealthy additives to boost the flavor. This can lead to weight gain and other health issues. What's more, our bodies need healthy fats for energy and to absorb vitamins. So don't be fooled by the low-fat label. Instead, aim for foods with healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and fish. In conclusion, while refined grains, red meat, and low-fat foods may seem like harmless staples, they can have serious impacts on your health. It's important to remember that every food has its place in a balanced diet, but it's the quantity and quality that matters. So next time you're browsing the supermarket aisles, consider choosing whole grains over refined ones, limiting your red meat intake, and opting for foods with healthy fats. It's time to rethink that grocery list. Salt, sugar, and saturated fats, the three S's of a detrimental diet. They sneak into our meals, often hidden behind tempting flavors and attractive packaging. But what exactly do these three culprits do to our bodies, particularly as we age? Let's start with salt. Salt is essential for our body functions, yes, but in moderation. Overconsumption can lead to high blood pressure, an issue that affects many individuals over the age of 50. High blood pressure can increase your risk of heart disease and stroke, two of the leading causes of death globally. Experts suggest limiting daily salt intake, and that begins with being mindful of the hidden salt in processed foods. Next up, we have sugar. It's not just about cavities or weight gain. Overconsumption of sugar can lead to insulin resistance, a key factor in the development of type 2 diabetes. And it doesn't stop there. High sugar intake can also increase the risk of heart disease, and research shows a link between sugar and cognitive decline. So while that sweet treat might be tempting, think about the long-term implications. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about saturated fats. These are typically solid at room temperature and are found in many animal products. While our body needs some fat for energy and other functions, saturated fats can raise the level of cholesterol in your blood and increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. The American Heart Association recommends that less than 7% of your daily calorie intake should come from saturated fats. In conclusion, these three S's, salt, sugar, and saturated fats, are not inherently evil. They are necessary in small amounts for our bodies to function. However, it's the overconsumption that poses a problem, particularly as we age. The key is moderation and balance, not complete elimination. So the next time you're reaching for that salty snack, that sugary dessert, or that fatty cut of meat, remember the potential impact on your health. Remember, these three S's might be tasty, but they're not your friends. We all know soda and fast food aren't great for us, but do you know just how bad they can be? Let's peel back the wrapper and uncap the truth about these well-known culprits of a poor diet. Picture this. Each time you indulge in these seemingly harmless pleasures, you're signing up for a host of health problems. Starting with soda, these fizzy drinks are more than just sugar water. Regular consumption can lead to weight gain, increased risk of type 2 diabetes, and tooth decay. But it doesn't stop there. The high sugar content can also lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to diabetes and other metabolic issues. And if you think diet sodas are a safe bet, think again. Artificial sweeteners can mess with your body's natural ability to regulate calorie intake. This can potentially lead to weight gain and even heart problems. Now let's shift gears to fast food. The convenience and taste can be enticing, but at what cost? Fast food is typically high in trans fats, calories, sodium, and sugar. Regularly indulging can lead to obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. Not to mention, fast food often lacks the necessary nutrients your body needs to function properly. Over time, this can lead to nutritional deficiencies. Interviews with health experts reveal a grim picture. Regular consumption of soda and fast food can lead to a shorter lifespan, poorer quality of life, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. Let's not forget about the psychological effects. Regular consumption of these foods can create a vicious cycle of cravings, leading to overeating. This can affect not only your physical health, but your mental well-being too. The reality is, these foods are designed to be addictive, providing a quick hit of pleasure, but leaving a long-term toll on your health. It's not just about cutting calories or losing weight, it's about nourishing your body with the right foods. So the next time you're tempted by that fizzy drink or quick burger, remember what's at stake. Your health is worth more than a momentary pleasure. It's time to break up with fast food and soda. Moving forward, let's talk about another food group that often slips under the radar. Yes, we're talking about fried foods. They're a guilty pleasure for many, but do you know the harm they can cause? Fried foods, while delicious, are high in calories. This can lead to weight gain and obesity if consumed regularly. But that's not all. Regular consumption of fried foods can lead to heart disease and diabetes. The high levels of fats, particularly trans fats in these foods, can cause your cholesterol levels to skyrocket. Plus, the process of frying can create harmful compounds. One of these is acrylamide, a chemical that forms in foods during high-temperature cooking, such as frying. This chemical is associated with an increased risk of cancer. So, next time you're tempted by that crispy fried chicken or those golden French fries, remember the potential health risks. Keep watching as we continue to uncover the truth about food and aging in our next scene. So, what can we eat after 50? Well, after learning about the potential harm of certain foods, it's natural to ask this question. And the answer lies in two words: balanced diet. It's about embracing variety, moderation, and whole foods. Start by taking a good hard look at your diet. How many of these harmful foods are you consuming on a regular basis? It might be time to consider making some changes. Think about ways to substitute these harmful foods with healthier alternatives. Instead of reaching for that processed meat, why not opt for fresh, lean protein? Instead of white bread or pasta, consider whole grain options. Dairy products can be replaced with plant-based alternatives, and refined grains can be substituted with whole grains. Red meat can give way to fish and poultry, and low-fat or no-fat foods can be replaced with foods rich in healthy fats. When it comes to salt, sugar, saturated fats, soda, and fast food, it's better to reduce them completely. It's okay to pamper yourself once in a while, but these should not form the bulk of your diet. Your health is in your hands. Make the right food choices. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Stay healthy. Stay with Heal Zone.